Welcome students in the next class of History Standard 6. Today we are going to start a new chapter, The Age of the Mauryas. Chapter 8, page number 67. In last class we already read about how Mauryans captured Magda and Chandragupta's conquered over Nandas. Now in this class we will read about how Mauryan established a big kingdom in India, and that is known as an empire. First time Mauryas brought all the area under one king. Next is sources. Indica by Megasthenes and Arthashastra by Kautilya are two main sources from where we get all the knowledge about that period. Indica tells about political, social and economic conditions, and Arthashastra describes the administration of the Mauryas. In the time in which Ashoka ruled, most of the important things were written on rocks, pillar and Mauryan coins. Mauryan coin tells us many things about this period. Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya time period was 321 to 297 BCE. He won Magda from Dhanananda. Chanakya was his advisor. How he won over it was advised by Chanakya. Chandragupta first won Magda. When he made his position strong in Magad, he defeated all Greek generals and ended the Greek rule in Punjab. He won all the small kingdoms and tribes, those who were weak after the Alexander's attack. Next is invasion of Seleucus. Seleucus Nicator was a general of Alexander. He ruled across river Indus. Seleucus wanted to capture all that area which Alexander won in India. But he was defeated by Chandragupta and made to sign a peace contract. He had to give his captured area to Chandragupta Maurya. These area included eastern Afghanistan area, included river Indus. He also gave his daughter in marriage to Chandragupta. Role of Chanakya. Chanakya was a very educated Brahmin and also known as Vishnu Gupta or Kautilya. He taught in the Takshila University. In the guidance of Chanakya, Chandragupta to end the rule of Nandas. Chanakya was advisor of Chandragupta and he guided him in administration. Chanakya was the author of Arthashastra. Next is Bindusara. Bindusara was the son of Chandragupta and his time period was 297 to 273 BCE. He won maximum part of India except Kalinga, which is present-day Odisha and south. Emperor Ashoka. Ashoka became the king after the death of his father. He was the greatest king and he expanded his kingdom. His time period was 273 to 232 BCE. There are many rock and pillars which tells us about the Ashoka's reign. Now come to the Kalinga War. This is very important paragraph. Kalinga War time period was 261 BCE. During Ashoka's reign, Kalinga was the only area which was not under Mauryan control. Kalinga was very useful and important area. In 261 BCE, Ashoka attacked Kalinga and captured it after a violent fight. After Kalinga War, he never fought war. So much death, destruction and suffering touched him deeply. So after Kalinga War, Ashoka adopted Buddhism. Ashoka's Dhamma. Dhamma is a Prakrit word which means religious duty. Now Ashoka decided that he will not fight and live a simple life. Ashoka's goal in life was spreading Dhamma. Principle of Dhamma. There were many things which is written about how Ashoka followed Dhamma. Through his Dhamma, he gave confidence in people, respect each other and non-violence. He told people to follow these rules. The first one is speak the truth, respect other religions, follow the path of ahimsa, that is non-violence and non-injury to all living creature. Be charitable to the poor, be kind to all, including servants and slaves. Respect and obey elders. Live together peacefully. Welfare measures. Ashoka was very worried for the betterment of his people. It is written. He says, all men are my children. They get better life and happiness in both worlds, which means after death they remain happy. Some of his welfare measures were as follows. Ashoka built good roads and planted trees on both sides of the road. He constructed rest houses for travelers. He built many hospitals both for people and animals. And he regularly went on tours and tried to solve the problem of his subjects. Next is spread of Dhamma. Ashoka wanted people to follow Dhamma. He took many steps to spread Dhamma. They were as follows. First one is he did not allow killing of peacocks and deer for the cooking in his palace. He appointed some person for spread of Dhamma. These are known as Dharma Mahamantras. They are spread Dhamma not only in India but all over the world. Third one is Ashoka issued many written scripts which contain the principle of Dhamma. In this edict, he described the change he wanted in people. Next topic is administration. Mauryan administration can be studied under 4 heads: central, provincial, district and village. Patliputra administration was kept separate from the rest of the kingdom because it was capital city. Come to the central. The king was the main authority. All the major decisions taken by king. He was held by Mantri Parishad. Next one is provincial. The empire was divided into small parts, each part headed by a prince. He ruled over that part under the king and many officials. Next is district. Provinces were further divided into district. The Pradesha was the head of the district. He was held by his junior officials, which were known as Yuktas and Rajukas. Village. Some of the villages were made district. Villages helped government officials in making the village boundaries, maintaining land records and collecting taxes. Next is city of Patliputra. Patliputra was the capital of the empire. It was surrounded by a wooden wall which had 64 gates and 570 towers. A committee of 30 members looked after the city. In each board there were 5 members and every board have separate departments such as comfort and security of foreigners, registration of birth and death, industry, trade and commerce, inspection of manufactured goods, and next is collection of taxes. Next topic is army. Same like Magda, Mauryan also had a large army. Senapati was the head of the army. King led the army during the battles. The army had all the weapons to protect itself. Next topic is spy system. The Mauryans had very good spy system. Many spies were women who were posted in different parts of countries and they informed the king about the developments. Economy. Land tax was the main source of income for the government. Whatever was grown on the land, the farmers had to give 1/4 to 1/6 of that amount. Water tax was also imposed by that time. The money collected through taxes was spent on maintaining the army and welfare activities. Next is occupation. Most people were farmers, but there were also a large number of artisans and carpenters, and lot of people were employed by army and government. Trade. Trade was major source of income of government. Traders were organized into groups. Both local and foreign trade became good. Patliputra, Ujjaini, some were important inland trading centers. All traders had to pay taxes. Next topic is society. Both Megasthenes and Kautilya tells us about Mauryan society and social classes. Art. Mauryan art was at its best during Ashoka's time. Ashoka built over 84,000 stupas and viharas. Stupas are dome-shaped structures where books of the Buddhist monks are kept. The most famous stupa is the Great Stupa, which was in Sanchi. Viharas were places where the Buddhist monks lived. The most famous pillar is the one at Sarnath. 4 lines sitting back to back, facing the 4 directions, are carved on its top. Children, you can see on page number 72. Below each line is a chakra. The line capital is now national symbol of India. Next topic is decline. After Ashoka died in 232 BCE, Mauryan Empire continued for another 50 years and then declined. Few reasons for downfall. After Ashoka, whoever became the king was very weak and can't control the big empire. Second is, the empire had grown too big. Provinces far away from the center became difficult to control. They gradually became independent. And the third one is, they can't earn sufficient money to maintain the expenditure of large army and big administration. So the last Mauryan ruler was Brihadratha, who was killed by his commander-in-chief Pushyamitra Sangha, thus ending the rule of the Mauryas. Children, I hope you all are clear with this chapter. So, thank you, students.